All right. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Honors to those that I've learned from. Of course, those men that's constantly pushing out this word on the internet. Double honors to their teachers, the apostles, elder bishops of all Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharallah seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. All right. It gets stranger and stranger by the day. Every day in Babylon is a complete, just, the term is like, this place is foobar. It's just, it's messed up beyond all recognition. If you can remember back to your childhood days, I don't care if it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, this place is nothing like it was back then. It's just, the skirt is being lifted, and this place is a complete mess. Under the skirt is something that probably shouldn't even be there. Just look at this guy. I mean, that's what's under the skirt in Babylon. This place is screwed up, okay? Beyond anything that you could even imagine. I mean, that pride was pushed on us as children. Have pride in your school, pride in your community, pride in your country. And now we see what pride, come to find out, pride is an abomination in the Bible. It's a complete abomination. And now I see why. I stay away from any form of pride, because this is what's going on in America. You know what I'm saying? This is going on in Babylon the Great, which cannot be disputed at any point in the year 2020. That this is Babylon the Great. There's no debating it. This is it. All right. Just look at this right here. Just look at this. Look at this. This is a complete mess. This is what's going on in America. We have the first Transformer Army officer married to a Johns Hopkins doctor. I mean, so between the both of them, they could be pulling in anywhere from $200,000 to $500,000 a year. And for some reason, I guess they feel like they don't have enough money, that they got to turn on their country that's allowed her to marry a weirdo like this and then allow them to carry on with this weird alternative lifestyle that's just benefiting them in so many ways. They're going to turn on their country and try to sell secrets to a foreign nation that America is doing everything they can do to battle Russia on all type of fronts. We got, what do we have? We have cyber war. We have a kinetic war, a proxy war going on in Ukraine. We got sanctions. We're trying to battle the Russians right now. And we got these two clowns right here that America is doing so much for, trying to stab it in the back. I mean, what has America done to harm you? But here we go. Niggas in the hood is struggling to pay rent in some squalid apartment. He can barely has access to any resources. He only has time to work and sleep, and he's still behind on his bills. But he's the problem. Let him be rumored to have a counterfeit $20 bill on him. And this dude, this Army major, gonna kneel on his neck for about 10 minutes and kill him. That's what's going on here, man. This place is filthy sick. It cannot be healed. All right. With this, I'm going to just jump into Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So this country is out here causing all type of problems in Russia, for Russia, in Ukraine. They just send in all type of missiles, bombs, coats, pajamas, intel, training the soldiers of Ukraine to fight Russia. So when those mothers and wives and children are crying because their sons are coming home dead, it's because of America and the Congress supporting this regime in Ukraine. So with that being said, what's Russia to do? I mean, the only thing that's keeping them off of Russian land right now are the fact that they got the good nukes. I mean, they got that real good uranium. America actually gets their uranium from Russia to fuel a lot of their nuclear plants. So I mean, Russia got that good uranium, that good stuff. And with that uranium, they got some really good nukes. And along with those nukes, they got some intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, that go really fast. So that's what's keeping NATO off of Russian land right now. But they're wondering, will their leader, Putin, press the button? Will he use a low-yield nuke? Will he use a missile against NATO countries? And the answer to that is hell yes. So we're going to take this thing back to when did Russia really become a problem to NATO? I mean, they were moving for a while. You know, they looked like they were trying to set things together. In the 90s, they disbanded the Soviet Union with a promise that, you know, NATO wouldn't move closer to their borders. Of course, NATO being led by a bunch of Edomites, Russia as well. They're the number one truce breakers in the universe. They broke that truce as soon as they got the chance to. So they got the Soviet Union to disband. They're moving closer to their borders. And Russia is, you know, had the red line, and Ukraine was that red line. So here we go with an invasion in February of 22. So they're wondering, and now we have Russia giving all type of threats that they're about to use some nukes. And the question is, will they use it? And the answer is yes. Okay? Let's just go back to the killing of Muammar Gaddafi. Now, this is when the whole Russia started to become a thorn in the side of America and NATO. And you wonder, why is it that why does Russia have all the resources, but Europe has nothing? Why is it that the Most High said, this is a beautiful story. This is a beautiful setup. This is a beautiful quagmire that the NATO is caught up in, because Russia has all the resources. Europe is dependent on them. There's no getting around it. They have to deal with Russia. Why is it that Russia has all the resources? In the Bible, it calls Europe, you know, the bottomless pit, because it really has no resources. It feeds off of Africa. It's more southern and it's outlier nations. America, it gets all its resources from. China. It's just a bottomless pit. It really has nothing to offer as far as natural resources. But Russia has all the resources. And with that, they have Europe by the balls. So in 2011, America did something very vile and nasty, and they deposed of a world leader in a very terroristic and just debaucherous, filthy, something that would only have been conjured up in the mind of someone like Hillary Clinton in that kind of way. You don't dispose of a world leader in the manner they did, at least not on TV. You do that in the back like they did Slobodan Milosevic in Yugoslavia. You know, had him naked in a cell until he finally fell out dead. But let's just read this. Muammar Gaddafi, the supposed leader of Libya, was captured and killed on the 20th of October 2011 after the Battle of Sirte. Gaddafi was found west of Sirte after his convoys were attacked by NATO aircraft. He was then captured by National Transitional Council forces and was killed shortly after. Who the hell are I didn't see. Who's the National Forces? a de facto government of Libya for a period. Okay, so they were supposed to be a government of Libya. Okay, let's see what they did to him when they caught him. The NTC initially claimed Gaddafi died from injuries sustained in a shootout when loyalist forces attempted to free him, although a graphic video of his last moments showed rebels fighters beating him and one of them sodomizing him with a bayonet before he was shot several times. Okay, that's the way. And then we had the great famous video, which is this video I showed. I told everyone this is the reason why Hillary Clinton will never be elected president in America. Right after seeing that, she was in an interview and they showed her a video of Gaddafi dying. And then she laughed and said, "We came, we saw, he died." You know, that famous video. And the thing about it is that the masses were able to see the video that she saw. And if she had that kind of response to it, clearly she's some kind of psychopath that doesn't belong near any power seat. So that's why she will never be elected president of the United States. But yeah, so that's how they disposed of a world leader. And that was the year 2011. And after that, that's when Russia stepped in. We're going to let's go right here to Ezekiel 38. We're going to start at 4, and the point is in 7. "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. Persia, Ethiopia, Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." So this is for the Medes. This is the people that currently occupy the land of the Medes. That would be the modern day Russians. He said, "Be thou prepared." So this is, as we know, there's no freedom of will down here. The Lord is putting a decree upon those people, and they will follow this decree. Be thou prepared. How you get your men ready. We've seen mobilizations happening in Russia. They keep the military over there. They got the tanks ready, and most importantly, they got their nukes ready. Be thou prepared. They get prepared with certain nations. They're starting all the diplomatic circles. I got a video of Russia calling. I mean, just I should have played it with I think Wion did a quick briefing on them, talking about how anyhow NATO troops end up on your land, they start raping people. And they saying that in diplomatic circles. So they're getting prepared in diplomatic circles. They're, meeting who they need to meet behind the scenes. They're getting prepared. "And prepare thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them." And who are they a guard unto? This event occurred in 2011. And after that occurred, we see America, what did they say? They said Gaddafi has to go. Gaddafi has to go. That was when Barack Obama was the president. Where did he go after that? He went to Syria. He said, Assad has to go. Assad has to go. And what did Russia do? They jumped in and they blocked America from stealing the Syrian government's resources, because they stole Libya's resources. They stole their gold. They stole their oil. To this day, they're still doing that. So now Russia said, no, that's what you did to Omar Gaddafi is where we draw the line. We're not going to allow you to take Syria. So what did America do once the Russians did this? They pivoted to Ukraine. They started up in Ukraine. They took over the government, put a fake government in there, and now, Russia said we're not going to let you take Syria. So now, who's it? Trump is the president, and he tries to steal the natural resources of Venezuela. Here's a picture with Putin and Maduro. He put a stop there. So it's like these people, no one's putting two and two together. This is what's going on here. Russia's being a guard onto these smaller nations. They're also meeting with Iran. They're building diplomatic circles with Turkey, and the BRICS has been around for a number of years now. I think over 10 years now. So what happened in Libya is pretty much, that was the line that where Russia and a lot of other people, not just Russia, there's people in every country that really felt disgusted by the actions of NATO and how they did Gaddafi. That man, he was not threatening. He wasn't threatening to the point that they had to, dispose of him in such a nasty manner. So will Putin press the button? The answer to that is hell fucking yes. He'll press the nuclear button. He'll press the chemical warfare button, biological warfare, any motherfucking button he got to make sure that these nasty liberal, national socialist, disgusting NATO people are not on his soil. They will not bring that nastiness to Mother Russia. We can even go back to the 2012 Olympics, Winter Olympics, I believe it was in Sochi. They're all of the people wanting to boycott him over their views on the alphabet crew. They didn't really want to allow all that alphabetness. I think there's a band in Russia called Pussy Riot. They were trying to come up and start all kind of insurrections, do a color revolution. This has been brewing for a while, but that situation with Muammar Gaddafi, that's what pretty much put the line up, and they were like, we're not having this anymore. It's time to get down. So will Russia press the button? Hell motherfucking yeah, they'll press that button. If you don't want this nigga in your country, trying to tell you how to run your country and trying to tell, this is a damn army officer. This ain't some dude in the back street. This is an army officer. He probably in the back street too, but well, now he up in the cell. If you don't want him up in your damn country, man, I will burn every damn thing before I let that nigga up in my country. Yes, they're gonna press the button. Are you stupid? They sodomized Omar Gaddafi with a bayonet and shot him 2 times. And then a world leader, the Secretary of State, said, I came, we saw, and he died. And you think he's not going to press the button? He said he will use whatever. Okay. You don't think so? Okay. Let's see. Right here. What is he saying? Where'd he go? Putin says U.S. created nuclear precedent by bombing Japan. Crazed Russian leader. You see how they try to think for you before you can even look at the man? They'll put all these adjectives before they mention a person. When they talk about Princess Diana, stunning Princess Diana. Oh, stunning Kate. Knowing that stunning Kate looked like his name should be Jack, okay? But here we go. That's another story. Crazed Russian leader claims Anglo-Saxons blew up Nord Stream, says U.S. is occupying Germany and Korea, and warns he'll use all forces, I repeat, all forces to defend 4 annexed regions of Ukraine. So yes, he'll press the button. And he will definitely press the button. I'm just going to leave it right there. I mean, if you don't know if he's going to press the button, if you don't want this weirdo up in your country with boots on the ground means army's going to be there, right? This dude's in the army. So if you don't want boots in the ground, You're going to press the button to make sure this weirdo doesn't end up in your country. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'm going to say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kadash. Honors to those that I've learned from. Double honors to their teachers, the elder bishops of all Israel. And shalom to those of Yasharallah seeking the truth, seeking righteousness, and hoping for edification. Shalom.